asking me for an intro right now is incredibly insane. Where's my phone? Where is she? Darling. I'll give y'all a proper intro with good lighting in about 5 seconds. But just know that it's 5:18 in the morning. Let's go. Hey Buzz family, it's your girl Bella. Welcome back to my channel. So as y'all can tell from the title, I am going to be reading for 24 hours straight today, okay? I woke up at 5 a.m. but I didn't want to film the intro then because for one, there's no good lighting at 5 a.m. and for two, my hair is old and it already looks old if my edges laid, let alone if my edges not laid. So I hope you all can understand. So today I'm going to be reading a couple of books. I'm primarily focused on reading thrillers because it is October, it is spooky season. So let me show you all what I plan on reading within these 24 hours. So I don't know how many of these books I'm going to finish. I know for sure I can finish 2 of them, but I'm going to give myself some options. So the first book I've already started this morning, and it is Verity by Colleen Hoover. This is technically a romance novel, but everyone said it's a lot more of a thriller. I'm in a book club with some of my friends and they've all given this book 5 stars. And 2 of them rate books kind of hard. So I'm about 60 pages in and I'm actually really enjoying it so far. And this is my personal copy of this book. Along with the next book, this is a personal copy of Gone Girl by, what's her name again? Gillian Flynn. So this is a movie. I've never seen the movie because I actually hate scary movies. I love thrillers though. I love scary books, but I don't know, something about seeing it visually, I just can't deal. Like I really don't like it. But this is a super popular thriller. It's a classic thriller, I would say, because a lot of thrillers try to recreate what this book did. Then I have 2 library books. They're newer releases and people have requested them and I want to finish them as fast as possible. That way the next person can read them. So the first one is Local Woman Missing by Mary Kubica. One of my good friends who's also in my book club with me, she gave this book I believe 4 or 5 stars, so I'm really excited to read this. And then the last book is My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey, and this book is less than 300 pages, so if I want to read a book and just get through it quickly, I think I will go for this one. So I'm going to go ahead and continue with these books. It's about 8:30 in the morning, but let's keep reading. Alright, so I have my first update for y'all on Verity. I hope this angle's okay. Y'all are just seeing me through the mirror. I am like so pleasantly surprised by this book. I'm not really a Colleen Hoover fan. Verity's really good, like it's really good. So this book is about our main character. Her name is Lowen. At the start of the book, she literally watches a man get ran over by a car, and the man is like so close to her, she gets like covered in blood. So it's like it just starts off like kind of gory. So then she's walking away from the scene. This random guy like helps her pretty much clean up, and he gives her his shirt to wear because her shirt's covered in blood and she has to go to a meeting in like 30 minutes. She ends up going to the meeting and finds out that the person she's meeting with is actually him. She's a writer, so she's meeting with her agent as well as like another group, which is like a publisher, a lawyer, and the guy. So he's married to a really famous author named Verity who was in a really bad car collision. She pretty much needs someone to finish off her series. She's writing this series. It's like a suspense thriller novel, something like that. And she needs someone to finish off the series for her. She has 3 more books left, and so that's where Lowen comes in. They give her an offer and ask her to finish off the series. She takes the offer, and now she's just arrived at Verity's house. And Verity's husband, Jeremy, is the one who cleaned off her blood and stuff. I don't know if I'm explaining this really well. I hope I am. So he invites her to the house so that she can go through all of Verity's manuscripts, get what she needs so that she can write and finish the books. Or she goes to the house, and the house is like kind of creepy. She's looking for the manuscripts right now, and she comes across this like autobiography of Verity's life, I believe, and she's about to start reading it. And that's pretty much where I ended off. I've been reading this book for probably like an hour and 45 minutes now, and I'm about 60 pages in. I guess I'll give you all an update once I get a little bit farther in the book. Maybe when I hit 50%, I'll give you all an update. update on Verity. I'm about 200 pages in. The book is like 330 pages, so I'm probably right around the 66–70% mark. I've been reading for 7.5 hours, but I will admit I haven't been reading this book just straight for 7.5 hours. Of course, I had to pause to like make some intro clips for this video and another video, and I have listened to some audiobooks, but I've also been getting a lot of FaceTime calls. And the person that's been calling me knows who they are. But this book is really good so far, so I'll tell you all what's happening. Lowen has read Verity's manuscript. She's read about 6 chapters now, and she's just realizing how sick Verity is. Like, baby girl is sick. I don't know if I mentioned that Verity is like in a coma right now, which I don't believe is a spoiler because on the back of the book they say that Verity is unable to finish the book because, you know, she's been in a collision, whatever. Lowen's reading Verity's manuscript, and it's just like Verity's really like terrible. So Verity has a set of twin daughters, and you're just seeing how Verity is not a great mother. I don't want to give any spoilers because this book is actually really, really good. I would have not guessed Colin Hoover wrote this book. I would have thought that like Gillian Flynn wrote this book, because I've read Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn, and that book is like really gross in my opinion. I gave it like 2 stars. I did not like it because I thought it was just like kind of like sick. This book has aspects that are like very sick, but not as sick as that book. That book was just pure sick. This book is like sick and it's thrilling. At this point, Lowen is starting to fall for Jeremy, who is Verity's husband. I need to go to the library. It's 1 o'clock, the library closes at 5, and my car is at the shop, so I'm gonna have to order an Uber to go to the library because I have about 3 books I have to pick up and 2 books I need to return. So I'm gonna go do that after I finish my coffee, and I'll update you all again once I finish this book. I just want y'all to know, biting a headboard is crazy. And that's all I'm gonna say. So crazy just happened. Ah! Oh my god. I can't deal. Alright y'all, so I have finished reading Verity. I just like hit my leg on this chair. But I finished Verity, and I gave this book 5 stars. First of all, I just want to say I feel so bad for anybody who did not enjoy this book. Most people enjoyed this book, even people who are not historically Colin Hoover fans like myself, because this book is just so unique, and I just would have never guessed she wrote this. Like, if Colin Hoover writes more books like this, if she keeps writing thrillers and mysteries, I will buy them. Her regular romance, I don't think I'm a big fan, but this was so good. Like, I am so impressed with her. Like, I am really impressed by Miss Coho. The girls were not lying about this one, y'all. So I'm so impressed. I'm giving this book 5 stars. It was amazing. But I will say this book really just surprised me. It ends on a cliffhanger. Like, it ends on a cliffhanger. Like, that's crazy. How can a thriller end on a cliffhanger? That's why the bonus chapter is there. Okay, so the 2 quotes that I underlined was, it isn't really love at first sight until you've been with the person long enough for it to become love at first sight. And then she also had this quote about pretty much your body, and it says, take care of your physical being, feed it what it needs, not what the conscience tells you it wants. But I felt that because I've been trying to be more cognizant of what I put in my body. Like, I have a big sweet tooth, and I'm trying to not always go for the brownie and the cupcake and the donut. And now I have a sweet tooth, I try to like go for a fruit or a bowl of cereal or something, you know? Anyway, that book is 5 stars. I've been at this for about 10 hours now. I'm about to go to the library because, as I said earlier, I have 2 books I need to return and about 3 books I need to pick up, so I will show you all those books. Then I'm going to order some pizza because I don't really have that much food right now. And normally I would make food, but I need to read for 24 hours straight. So I've decided to change positions just so y'all have something different to look at. So I'm squatting on the floor. But I'm back from the library, so I'll show you all the 3 books that I picked up. So I picked up The Color Purple. This is for a specific reading video, and I hope I like it because this cover is so freaking cute. I also picked up Zyla and Kay. This is a YA romance. I picked this up for a book club that I'm in. It's actually Lily Reads or Kenya's book club on YouTube. So I'm just following her book club and reading what she reads. This book is really long. It's a YA romance and it's 450 pages. For what? It better be good. And then I also picked up Angelica Frankenstein Makes Her Match by Sally Thorne. So she also wrote The Hating Game. That's the only book I've read by her. And a lot of people are afraid that she's a one-hit wonder. So this is the second book that I will be reading by her, and it just came out, and it's, you know, spooky season, so I figured this would be fun to read. I believe it's a romance. I mean, Sally Thorne. Those are the 3 books that I got. I just ordered some pizza from Jet's Pizza on Uber Eats, and I'm going to eat that pizza, and then I'm going to go to the park just again for a change of scenery, so I'm not cooped up in this apartment all day long. Pizza. Hey y'all, so I'm back in my bed. It's about 7 o'clock, so we've been going, I can't believe I'm really doing this, y'all. We've been going for almost 14 hours now. I was in the park for maybe like an hour or an hour and a half, I don't know. I've only read 50 pages of Local Woman Missing, so I'm about 17 or 18% in. I don't think I'm far enough in to give you all an update yet, but the park was nice. There's a lot of people out with their dogs, taking photos, picnics, with the drone, all that. So it was nice people watching, and it was nice to just like read and get some fresh air. And I walked back here at the perfect time because the sun is like setting now. But I just got 2 books from Amazon, and y'all know I tend to buy pretty much only used books for the most part, but these are actually 2 brand new, not brand new as in like new releases, but brand new as in they aren't used books. So I will show them to you all. So the first book I got is Profit First. This book is a self-development / business book. I'm going to listen to the audio on Libby, but I don't personally love reading self-development books unless I have an audio to go along with it. So I'm going to listen to the audio as I read it. And this book is actually just a little bit less than 200 pages, which is really nice because some self-development books drag and there's no reason why. Like, get to the point, tell us what the point is, tell us how to implement, you know? But I'm really excited to read this. And the other book I got is a fantasy book. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. This is one of the prettiest books I own. It's called Skin of the Sea. This is by Natasha Bowen, and she's half Nigerian. So I wanted to support a Nigerian author. And this book, hardcover, was like $10.59 on Amazon. So I was like, yeah, I'll get that. I just want y'all to see the amount of detail in this. I saw it said Mommy Wata on the synopsis, so I wanted to get it. Alright y'all, so I'm about 48% into Local Woman Missing by Mary Kubica. We've been doing this for about 17 hours and 18 minutes. I honestly don't know if I'm going to finish this book just because I'm tired of reading. I'm tired of reading, y'all. And this book is interesting, but it's not flowing as fast as Verity. I kind of wish I would have read the Tessa Bailey book because that would have flowed a little bit faster. But this one's actually due sooner at the library, and I feel like this one will be more satisfying to read. But let me give you all a quick synopsis, high-level synopsis of this story. So this story opens up, and sorry if my voice sounds weird. I feel like I sound weird. This story opens up with a girl named Shelby going on a run, and then it seems like she gets hit by a car. Something happens to her. She's going on a run, and then she gets snatched if she gets hit by a car or something. We don't know. And then the next chapter, we are witnessing 2 kids, a girl and a boy, who are trapped in this basement. They've been kidnapped, and they're in this basement, and the basement has no source of light at all. They're just in this basement, and it's just like hard floor, hard walls, and a toilet. That's all they have. and they don't know how long they've been trapped down there because they have no sense of time. But there's like some men and some women who are going down and like feeding them occasionally and abusing them, all that type of stuff, which I didn't notice how the story went. So this is definitely like a darker thriller. I mean, I'm sure I've read the synopsis some time ago, but I have so many books on my TBR, I don't even know if such when I read the synopsis. The book is told in present and past tense, so there's flashbacks from 11 years ago. So 11 years ago is when this woman who's running went missing, and 11 years ago is also when the girl who's in the basement went missing, along with her mom. And her mom is not the woman who went running. So we're getting flashbacks to 11 years ago as well as the present day. And yeah, that's what's happening so far. In about 6.5 hours, I'm going to be done with this challenge. I would not recommend this challenge. Yeah, I'll be back to give y'all updates sometime. Hopefully when the book is finished. If not, like 75% or something. It is currently Sunday, no fun day, but I fell asleep last night. I was about 18 hours in and I fell asleep. I don't think Local Woman Missing was the correct second book for me to pick. I think I should have picked the Tessa Bailey book because I could have actually finished that book probably within the 18 hours, to be honest. But Local Woman Missing, it's interesting, but it's not a thriller. It's a mystery, and mysteries are like a slower pace than thrillers. So I didn't make it to 24 hours, y'all. I made it about 18 hours. 18 hours of straight reading though, no breaks. Like, y'all saw, even when I wasn't physically reading, I was listening to audio. So I really did read for 18 hours straight, and that was not easy. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys want me to attempt another one of these, I will. Just let me know in the comments and I will try to do it again. And hopefully then I will successfully go for 24 hours straight. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Goodreads, all that fun stuff. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye!